Those words are from Jensen Huang, CEO of NVIDIA, speaking in Seoul in June 2026. Just days later, NVIDIA signed deals with LG, Doosan Group, Hyundai, Naver Corporation and SK hynix, 5 of the biggest South Korean conglomerates, because the country he was standing in had just done something remarkable, and he had much more potential. The South Korean stock markets, the KOSPI, had already surged 93% in 2026, the best performing major index on the planet, so much so that it dethroned India, often considered the world's fastest growing major economy and the 6th largest, right off the stock market cap when it crossed $15 trillion. SK hynix, the memory chip company, crossed $1 trillion valuation. Samsung did the same. 2 companies, 1 country, both in the $1 trillion club at the same time, and primary drivers of its stock market cap. So the question isn't whether South Korea is having a moment, it clearly is. The question is this moment permanent, and how right is Jensen Huang? This is the story of why a country of 52 million people is sitting at the absolute center of the global AI gold rush, and whether Jensen Huang just confirmed that the $1 trillion opportunity is only getting started. Let's start with the chip at the center of everything. High Bandwidth Memory, HBM. If you've never heard of it, here's why it matters. Every AI GPU that powers ChatGPT, every data center running large language models, and every AI accelerator that NVIDIA ships all needs HBM. It's the ultra-fast memory that sits right next to the processor and feeds its data at speeds normal RAM simply cannot match. NVIDIA, the world's most valuable chipmaker, gets roughly 90% of its HBM supply from SK hynix. For NVIDIA's newest Vera Rubin platform, the company's most powerful supercomputing system yet, SK hynix has locked in 70% of all HBM4 orders. Samsung handles most of the rest. And here's how sold out they are. SK hynix has confirmed that its entire production of DRAM, NAND, and HBM through 2026 is already allocated. NVIDIA signed a multi-year deal that covers every single platform it ships, including AI supercomputers, personal AI PCs, and robotics computers. Now here's what this looks like in a real economy. In May 2026, South Korea's semiconductor exports hit $37.16 billion in a single month. That's up 169% from the same month the year before. The price of DDR5 memory chips, the standard powering AI servers, jumped 682% in 1 year, from $4.80 to $37.50. The OECD gave South Korea the largest growth forecast upgrade of any G20 country in 2026. The Bank of Korea said semiconductors alone would add 0.7 percentage points to GDP. But here's the risk hiding in these numbers. Strip semiconductors out of the equation, and South Korea exports growth collapses to just 1.7%. Autos, steel, and refining are all struggling. Economists have a name for this: one-legged growth, and it is the central vulnerability in this story. This is exactly why Jensen Huang's 4-day Seoul visit in June 2026 was about so much more than just memory chips. NVIDIA announced that over 250,000 NVIDIA GPUs are headed to South Korea, spread across sovereign clouds, AI factories, and research infrastructure. SK Telecom is building gigawatt-scale AI cloud, one of the largest sovereign AI infrastructure projects in Asia. The first AI factories come online in 2027. Naver, South Korea's biggest internet company, is expanding its sovereign AI infrastructure starting at 55 megawatts, scaling to gigawatt level using NVIDIA's DSX platform. Hyundai Motor Group is building an AI factory with 50,000 NVIDIA Blackwell GPUs, and is in final talks to co-invest with NVIDIA in the Saemangeum project, a $9 trillion development combining an AI data center with a robotics manufacturing plant capable of producing 30,000 robots a year. LG Group is co-developing humanoid robots with NVIDIA's Isaac Group AI Brain. Doosan Group, which makes materials used inside of NVIDIA's Blackwell chips, is expanding into physical AI and industrial robotics. Here are the numbers that tie all of this together. South Korea already has the highest industrial robotics density in the world. 1,220 robots per 10,000 manufacturing workers, more than 6 times the global average. Nvidia isn't just selling chips to Korea, it's connecting Korea's physical manufacturing infrastructure to the AI layer, turning it into what Jensen Huang calls the physical AI capital of the world. But there's a risk the market is already pricing in. On June 5th, 2026, after Broadcom's earning guidance fell short of the most extreme expectations, the KOSPI triggered a circuit breaker. SK Hynix fell nearly 10% in a single session. Samsung dropped more than 6%. Memory chips have always been cyclical. Boom, bust, repeat. The higher the spike, the steeper the fall can be. Investors who were here for the last cycle know exactly what that looks like. So what separates this cycle from the last one? The answer is the breadth of Nvidia's bet on Korea. It's not just memory, it's sovereign AI infrastructure, robotics, physical AI, humanoids and data centers. If even half of these partnerships execute, the Korean economy looks structurally different in 5 years. So where does this leave South Korea? The short answer is, in the best strategic position it has ever been in. At the intersection of AI memory, AI infrastructure and physical robotics, with the world's most powerful chip company as its core partner. But the $1 trillion opportunity is not guaranteed. It has to be earned by diversifying beyond memory, by building the robotics and physical AI ecosystem Jensen Huang is pointing at, and by making sure that when the memory cycle eventually turns, there's enough of the rest of the building left standing. South Korea has built the foundation of the AI economy. The question now is whether it builds everything on top of it.